I've been speaking quite a lot about post-qualification guidance, and that sort of continues, and it's something that I take from my supervisor. And I'm thinking around our CPD. So I've often talked about CPD and the importance of it. What I'd like you to think about it is the selective nature of it. So how you are going to select and really be passionate about the CPD that you choose, because that's going to grow your business. So I mentioned in a previous video that we were talking about, well, if you start in coaching, the actual capital cost of starting is incredibly small. So we're not going out to buy machinery or necessarily an office. So the barriers to entry in coaching are relatively low. However, you are investing in your qualification and you are investing in your CPD, which is time. So where you choose to invest in your CPD is very important. So how do you identify it? Well, you're going to know the obvious things that you may struggle with. And those may come from your own self-worth, the feeling of being the imposter, which may or may not be true. You need to talk to your supervisor, I would suggest, about where you sit and what's going to be helpful, because your supervisor's role is not just discussing what's gone on, it's actually helping you face the future and grow you, support you, be your supervisor mentor, be in a way your advocate. So think around really using your supervisor to discuss what would be appropriate, what would move me forward. So yes, there are things that you may know that you need to learn to do more of. There may be important, if you like, navigation points that your supervisor will help you and support you with and even tell you. So that's the other. There's also the critical one of feedback from your client. So your client is giving you absolute intelligence about how you can grow your business. Some of us love and genuinely love feedback and take it on board. Some of us are saying, oh, I like the good bits, not so great with the less good bits. And some of us are completely closed. Now, I would argue if you're completely closed, maybe coaching's not for you, because you're going to get that feedback whether you like it or not. And the absolute clear feedback is not to use you again. Now, they may be saying there is no more needed because they've achieved the outcome and there's a lovely exit to that relationship. Or you might never hear from them again. So both of those are absolute intelligence, and you need to know why, especially the latter one, as well as getting all the lovely stuff from the former one. But you're absolute, at each session, you are getting intelligence from your client. So that is critical. The fourth part of this, in our sort of circle of CPD, is thinking around the evaluation from the session. You know in your heart, in your gut, what went well in that session and where you'd like to improve. Your client will also tell you. And think about the things that they don't say. Some clients are so lovely, so polite, so gentle, so generous of spirit that they tell you all the things you did so well. Why haven't they mentioned the fact that you missed a key point? What is it? So think about developing your CPD from what you know, those obvious technical things that you know or don't know, okay? What it is your supervisor may share with you, may tell you. What about how you feel in terms of imposter and syndrome, the inner voice, your self-worth, the feedback from your client, and of course the intelligence that the client gives. So bring all of that together and use that as the root of your CPD planning, rather than thinking, I fancy doing this. Where is it anchoring and how is it going to enhance your practice? So something to think about. Any questions, please let me have them. We'll try and answer as many as we possibly can. And until next time, thank you very much.